Hey everyone, it's Judy. Welcome back to Rose Lane. Okay, we are continuing all of our little special pieces for the Olivia journal. I did something a little different with this one. I used a really dark ink. This was, I'll tell you, ground espresso, but I was going for that nice contrast between the pale and the dark. I don't know. I kind of like it. We'll see when it's all put together. This piece is going to be pretty simple. I've got everything cut. I don't think I'm going to be doing any decorating on this at all because it's meant to more or less be written on wherever you want it. So we're just going to start putting it together. I did do a prototype, and so let me explain what's going on here. So I'm going to move this paper over. That's what's going to go on top. I took a piece of paper. This is a heavier weight copy paper, but when I print on it, it kind of comes out shiny, so I use it for my foundational things like pockets and things like that. So so what I did was I cut this to 9 inches and I cut this to 7 inches. Okay, so it fits on a page, on a page in a book. 7 inches, and then the whole piece is 9, folded in half is 4.5 inches. Okay, and what's going to happen here, and this is going to be, I've got to pull these apart so that you can see that. This is actually something I saw on Artymaze. I saw Andrea do this in one of her videos not too long ago. I think it was a current video that I was watching, because sometimes I go back and try to see some things that I may have missed. And what she did, let me get the other one, was she made what was 2 flaps, only she made this one like a pocket. Okay, and then she joined it with I think she had the, I'll think of what everybody was telling me what they're called now, the policy document fasteners or something like that, was what she did. I'm going to do something similar but different, probably. And but what she did was she made it so that this one would come out. What I'm going to do is not just make that one come out, but I'm going to make this one come out as well. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to actually glue all the decorative papers on first, and get that taken care of. I think it was that way, I think, because it makes a difference because they were not exact. So we're going to get our glue, and I should have filled this up, if for nothing else, time's sake. But the lower it goes, the harder it gets for me to squeeze. Actually, yeah, let me glue this on first. We'll do that part first, and it's easier on this because it's a little heavier, rather than me holding up the paper and trying to glue on it the decorative paper. So we will do this part. This one takes a lot of glue because it's big spaces. But I thought it was such a neat idea when I saw, that she did that, and I was like, I like that. That's going to go in my idea book. Not that I have an idea book. I just sort of take pictures of everybody's stuff and try to remember to look at the pictures. I think I need to clean my nozzle on this. It seems a little fine for me. Okay, I hope that is enough. I may have to go back and get these edges again, but I am going to try to clean that out. So let me get this one, and this one is going to go right on here, and I think I have it straight. I get my little gift card, my expired, well, it is expired, I guess, because I've spent all the money, Barnes & Noble gift card. Okay, so what I'm going to do, well, let me just finish one thing at a time, right? Slow down. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and we're going to put this one together. Let me try to clean this out a little bit. Ouch, I just poked myself. That's not fun. Well, at least I poked myself, but I didn't make myself bleed. That's a plus. Okay, so we're gonna put this one down next. I think when I'm done with this video, I'll refill my glue. It's easier on my hands. It gets harder to squeeze when it gets real low. And I'm down to like the bottom third, I think, of this bottle. I have more, I just refill the bottle. You know what, let me get that out of the way before I do something to it, because I can. So anyway, we'll get this one, we'll get all these decorative parts glued down together, and then I'll show you how to glue the base part that the tags go into, which isn't hard. It just, you know, you just have to make sure you do the right glue in the right places. That's all. And then this piece is going to get glued directly to the page. There's not going to, you know, it won't go in a pocket or a tuck or anything like that. It'll go directly onto the page because of how the pocket has to be. That's not what I wanted. I want this. And this one, I made it so that it would come just ever so slightly in from the edges, like so. Okay, I think that's all right. And buried my little card again. There we go. Actually, I used to use the bone folder to spread out the glue, but I think I like this better. I think it spreads it more evenly, and it doesn't make it like ooze out as much, because I use a lot of glue. I use a lot of glue. So, okay, so we have that part. Now we're going to do this part in here, and I just cut these little triangles to go in here. So I am so excited. This is Saturday night for me, and it is 10 o'clock where I am. And tomorrow is Sunday. Of course, we're going to go do church. And because, as I said, my husband and I are ordained ministers. But I'm so excited because tomorrow they anticipate the probable high for temperature to be 32, which means it could get as high as 35. It's a regular heat wave. Today, I think the high was 16, if we were lucky. Like for a minute, it was 16. Just crazy. So, all right, this is the same. We want to try to get this just that little edge, and this one I think I had here, and I know I have another piece to this, and you think I can find it. I've only found my little chunk that I took off yesterday or the day before, whenever it was, a couple of days ago, I guess. Gosh, time flies. So anyhow, so put that on that one. And then we're going to put this one on the front, and this is just a digital of a little bit of script. So I took it out of, it was a letter. I'm not sure whose digital it was, but I took it out of there. I always forget to use book pages. Not like I don't have enough. Lord knows I must have 50 books sitting, in piles over here. Couldn't possibly use them, I think, in my lifetime, but I've got them, and always forget to use them. And I've been watching some videos, cannot remember who it was, and I'm sorry, but it was a recent video, and I was watching her, and it was something about, I think some of the ladies are having a collaboration on tips and things to do, like, ways to use stuff or whatever. And this one was making cardstock out of book page. And what she did, she had a pretty good sized sort of encyclopedia, and she took 2 pages out of there. She used her Mod Podge and glued the 2 pages together, and then used it to glue her pattern pages, you know, her designer pages on top of that, and came out really nice. And I think she made sort of a like a folio type thing out of it, so it really came out quite nice. So I was kind of impressed. So I don't know if I might have 1 or 2 books maybe that are that big. Mostly I just have small ones, but you know, who knows what you might be able to do with that. Okay, so then we're going to flip this over, and then this piece is going to go on the back. Now, this is light enough that it can be written on. I don't know if you'd want to. There's a little bit of glue on here, so I'm just trying to rub it off from, I guess, putting this down. So I'm trying to get that off of there. You could write on it if you wanted to, because it's going to be hidden inside the pocket until you take it out. And the back can be written on with this gold color that we have, or you can put stickers, or you know, just kind of decorate it yourself. Actually, it would be Olivia if she wanted to do that. So you know, and just kind of add her own bits and pieces or something like that, so she can fancy it up if she'd like to. But I'm gonna leave it plain, 1, because the papers are so pretty, and 2, because again, I love all the fancy stuff and the flip outs and pockets and all that kind of stuff. But I for myself, and I didn't want to do that, wouldn't put it on every page, because I like to see a lot of blank pages, or at least mostly blank pages, where you can actually journal and actually do some writing. I'm a little long-winded sometimes when I would write something, and some of the tags are just too small for me to write things on. For some people, they can write on every little nook and cranny, which is awesome. I just don't know how to count my words too well, I guess. I just ramble on. So I like to see big spaces. So for instance, you know, when I do something, this is something where this is going to be pretty and decorative, and it's going to take up a page. However, these are pretty good sized tags, and you have 2 sides on each one. So that's quite a bit of space. It's more than what the page would have been itself, had I not put something on it, and it's probably going to go on a decorative page anyway. But it gives you, and even if it will go on a decorative page, it gives you a place to write on the decorative page that you would have lost simply because it was decorative. Let me try to tip this a little bit. I checked and checked and checked and checked to make sure that these were all right. Of course, they're not. It will do. So anyway, one of the belly bands that I do is like, it's a trifold. I tie it with a ribbon. It opens up so you can write on the inside of it, and inside of it, tucked in the ribbon that comes out and around to tie the piece closed, is another trifold, just plain. I've been putting in plain tea dyed paper or coffee dyed paper, depending on the journal I've been doing, and I've been putting that in, and then you can write on both sides. So you almost get 3 pages of writing space, plus at least 1 journal card, like about this size, to journal on that page. So even though there's a decorative element on it, you've got lots and lots of space to journal on, which I think is really cool. So this is still, because it takes a minute for this to really set and dry. So we're gonna put that one to the side, and we're gonna do this one. We get this on and finished, and honestly, this is almost done. I'm debating, I think I'm going to just do a second video with the other piece that I have, though I will probably put those up here back to back on my YouTube, and not wait. So I've got everything cut for it. That one is going to be more complicated, but everything is cut, I believe. I believe. So we'll see. But I think I've got everything ready, or at least mostly ready. So anyhow, So we're moving right along, counting the days till spring. Somebody put up on Facebook, and I don't know if it was in one of the Facebook, journaling groups, or if it was just, somebody that's in my feed, put up on Facebook that it's in 40 days, the sun will be setting. I think it said the sun will be setting at 7 p.m. It's like, that works for me. It's the one thing about the first day of winter, the days start getting longer. So I choose to look at the glass half full. And say, yeah, it might be the first day of winter, but the days are getting longer starting today too. So I am a spring person. I love the warmer weather. I love the mental feeling and imagery of a new start and a new beginning, and so much still ahead of you, of this good fair weather and this good fair feeling. And yeah, I'm just a spring girl all the way around. So I am looking forward to it, very much so. Okay, we get this done, then this goes in here. I want to make sure that I don't mess them up and put the wrong one on the wrong side. So like I said, that's all I did for this. Then I cut these tags to fit inside the pocket thing, that 9 by 7 that I folded in half to make a 4.5 by 7. So I just cut these a little bit smaller to fit inside. I'm just going to turn this way so I have a better shot of seeing what I'm doing here. So I don't necessarily always measure per se. I measured the base because I wanted to make sure it fit on the card. Yeah, I mean on the journal page. But I really didn't measure these. I just sort of, I do everything with scrap paper first to make sure oh, excuse me, to make sure it's how I want it. And then if I think I like it and I've got everything right, then I will trace the paper onto something more stiff to make a template out of. Right now I've got paper. This is this is what I have. I have this paper. So I have to trace all of these onto a heavier, cardboard, like a cereal box or a cracker box or whatever it is that we have, that we all use for covers or tags or whatever. And I'll just trace them onto those, and I'll have much sturdier templates for doing these in the future. Right now, a lot of what I'm doing, most of the time, if it's something like this, I'm working it as I go. I'm making it up as I go. So all these things that I've been doing, except for the tuxedo pocket, which is going to be not the next piece I do, but the following piece, because I ordered another ribbon because it's not a color that I would normally use. So I ordered the ribbon, but it's gonna be a few more days. So that one may be the middle of the week or next weekend. We'll get that one up. But it's not like I don't have anything to do. I've got a bunch of stuff sitting over here to my left that's waiting to be done. And there might be 1 or 2 pieces still besides the tuxedo pocket. That's a fancy one this time. I'm making it pretty fancy. Very, very Victorian and feminine and flowery. So yeah, that required a lot of fussy cutting and all those roses and things, and getting that ready to go. Now I know that this tag, when you put this tag in, it's going to go in from the bottom and the writing is going to be upside down. But when you're with the tag, which is right side up this way, then the writing will be right side up. But when it's in the thing, I was going back and forth. Should I do it that way? Should I not? I just wanted it, when you looked at the tag, that it was right. So Okay, so now we're going to get this piece on the back. And quite honestly, we are almost done with this. Let me just spread that out. Make it easier, because once we glue the pocket together, the only thing we're going to do is put the fastener on. And that's pretty simple. I think I'm going to use an eyelet, well, 2 eyelets. And I'm just going to use 1 round circle. Actually, no, I'm going to use 2 round circles, but I'm not going to wrap around the circle like the policy envelopes. Whoops, I just put my finger in the glue. I'm going to just I'm using string, some twine, as I like the contrast, again, of the dark ink and then the twine to fasten with this really delicate, pretty pastel-y paper. I wanted something like that on this piece. So where some pieces are fancy, I think my hand's in the light here, where some pieces are fancy and that's the focus of it, this one I wanted the contrast of rough and feminine and simple. I wanted the rough and feminine to be more the focus rather than all of the flowers and ribbons and laces and things. I just wanted this one a little bit different. So let's put this up here and try to get this one where it belongs. And yes, I'm sniffling again because honestly, every time I turn around, I'm putting eye drops in my eyes 3 times a day. And the eye drops, and they took me off of my allergy medicine and just gave me some kind of a nasal spray, antihistamine. And of course, all of that just makes my nose want to run. So between the nasal spray and the eye drops that go into my nasal passages, because that's what eye drops do, and down your throat. So yeah, I'm constantly sniffling and constantly just so we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Alrighty. Get rid of that glue. One of these days I'm going to remember to put my other mat down. I will. I've been talking to some people. They have commented and said they use glass mats, but they don't like to cut on them. So I think I'm just going to have to come up with a different setup up here somehow. I don't know how, because I still want to keep it all in camera if I need that. But more than likely, chances are I'm going to be working on the glass and gluing rather than, or inking something rather than actually cutting something. I try to get that stuff done beforehand. Okay, so we have the 2 tags. This is the tags. And this is the pocket. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I don't know if it mattered which one it was. You can see I cut it smaller than the pocket itself, leaving lots of room so that you could get it in and out easily. So this one is going to go in the pocket. This one, when it's glued down, is going to go underneath, okay? And this is going to form the pocket. So when this is glued to the page, we're going to glue here, okay? We're going to glue here, here, and here, and then that goes on the page this way, and that creates the pocket for this. But for this one, we're just going to glue here and here. So that's what we're going to do right now. And then we're just going to kind of, I'll get somewhere I have the signatures. They're up here. So this is a little longer, but I don't think it matters. So we're gluing down the side and across the bottom, okay? And hopefully my art glitter glue will come out. Hey! Okay. You can kind of see it going on because of the ink. And I did ink everywhere because this piece of paper was white. And I just didn't know that, once I folded it over and glued it, if any of the white would show anywhere. So I just inked. The only place I didn't ink was here. So we're just going to close that. And I'm not, trying to push it down really hard because I like to leave a little bit of room. I don't like to press anything really tight because because I worry about, I really got to get another wipe here. I'm worried about the tags being too difficult to get in and out, that they're too tight in the pocket, and then you might rip the tag or you might rip the pocket, because it is, after all, only paper. So I'm a little concerned about that. So here we have the pocket. Oh no, here we have the pocket. Okay, the pocket's there. And then this card is going to go into that pocket. I'm just trying to be careful because I did just put the glue on. And that's going to go there. And then when this is glued on the page, let me get, okay. And this, I'm not saying it's going to go on this page, but when you glue it on the page, let's get a bigger page because this one's a little smaller because I've got different sizes. When you put it on the page like that, then we'll glue here, here, and here, and then we make this pocket, and this will go inside this way, like so. Like that. Okay? I may just end up putting it on a page just for the sake of getting it done. I don't know. But anyway, that is that. So what we're going to do now is find my pin and put my pin back in my glue. I'm going to, I did get out my eyelets here. I need to get my crocodile, which is down here. And we're going to put the holes in these tabs. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I'm going to shake this a little bit. My apologies. Somewhere I have a 1-inch one. Where's my 1/2-inch one? Oh, here it is. I think I just want the 1/2-inch one. So I'm going to, let's see, what do I want to make it out of? This is the one thing I didn't get ready. I'm trying to decide if I want it just a card stock, you know. This is from my ice cream sandwich box from Tops. If you have a Tops near you, ladies in upstate New York, this is what the inside of their ice cream sandwich boxes look like, which is beautiful. Well, let's see. What harm will it do, right? Let's punch 1 and punch 2. And these are just going down to, yeah, I think that'll be fine. I'll do some inking on it. Let me get, I'm sorry if I'm shaking the camera. Get my little sponge here with my espresso. What was it? Ground espresso on that. That looks good. See, it looks better already. I don't know why I do this over my stuff. I know these things chip off these little brown specks and get all over your work. Okay, put that back. All right, didn't even open that. All right, so let's get some glue on this one. And I'm not going to go right into the center, because I am going to try to put the, you know, a hole in there. And I'm not going to put it real close to the end. Now the trick is, let me get rid of that. The trick is getting this one in relatively the same spot. That's what we want to try to do. Okay. We'll do it this way. Okay, and these are not bad ice cream sandwiches, I'll tell you. They're not that expensive. And we went through a lot of them last year, mostly because when I found out what the inside of the box looked like, it was like, get another box, get another box, get another box. Come on, move over. Don't. I'm getting glue everywhere. All right, that looks pretty reasonable. Try to get some of this glue off. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. No, not as bad as I thought at all. All right, while that's sitting, let's get a couple of eyelets out. And I don't have a lot of luck with eyelets. I don't know why that is. I want to make sure these are down good and tight. I can never get them to fan out in the back properly. You know what? You know, the bottom part inside they never fan out right. Or I don't, whoops, I don't, oh my goodness, I'm losing them everywhere. They're jumping out of the bag. Okay. Or I smush the inside, so I don't know. I'm just happy something goes through them so you can't tell if I've made a mess out of them or not. So let's put that up there. Okay, and then we're going to punch the holes. I was using the small side the other day, so let's see. I hope that looks pretty much in the middle. That's not bad. That wasn't bad at all. And hopefully not, well, that was a little off center, but not too bad. Not too bad. Let me put this back because I won't need it again. I'm notorious for not putting things away. Oh, I need to, oh goodness. Need to put the eyelets in. Okay. Alrighty. Let's try to get this through. It seems to me sometimes they don't fit either. I do have, okay, let me see if I have other ones that fit better. I must have something. I know I've used these before. All right, let's try these. See if this one goes in. These are different. Okay, I think this will go in a little easier. Or not. Oh my goodness. My. This is the bigger side, right? Yes, it is. I'm gonna, you know what, let me poke this out. And here I told you it wasn't gonna take long. Found my tweezers, by the way. Come on. Out you go. Trying to clean out the, there we are. I'm gonna see if I can just kind of move this over just a little bit and take a little bit more out of there, and maybe I can get this in. Ta-da! All right, so I'm gonna do that and put that in. Yeah, it's a little better than normal. I'm gonna do the same thing to this one. It's really not too badly off center. So I'm just gonna, all I'm doing is just kind of going in alongside of it and just taking off a little edge. Is this the one? No, that's not the one. Or is it the one? I think it is the one. No, that is not the one. I think that was this. Let me go down here. So I've tried all different eyelets, but I seem to, I guess, not get ones that are very good. And yet some people are like, oh, you can get the inexpensive eyelets. It's really, I just must not have a knack. I don't know what it is. But we have a love-hate relationship, me and eyelets. So, okay. I don't know what happened there. It didn't want to smush at all. Let me get this one out. It got stuck. All right, I'm going to pull this one out. I'm trying to pull it out without pulling my, look at that. Look at, what did I do? I don't know my own strength. Okay. I promised this was going to be easy. Short and easy. Oh, my goodness. All right, here we go. Let's try again. I do have it right. Okay. All right, there we go. Oh, let me put these away. Again, like I said, I'm so bad about putting stuff back, which is why I'm sitting up to my chin in stuff all around me. Because, you know, I guess you get working and, you know, you're just kind of in the moment and just keep pushing things to the side, leaving them to the side, to the side, to the side. Okay, so what I'm going to do, well, this is going to be hard to do, actually, now that I think about it. I am going to put card in. Okay. This one, I think I'm just going to use a clip or a couple of clips. I'm just lining it up back here as if it was in the pocket. And I'm just going to put a clip here. And I think, well, this is a smaller one, but I think it will fit. Yeah, it still grabs it. So that way it's like it's in the pocket, because I just need it stable for putting the, yeah, see, this needs to come down just a wee bit more. Yep, there we go. Just for putting the string on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the string, and I'm trying to find the end, and I'm going to put it through. Now, what I'm thinking, I don't know. Why do I have to get these big ideas? All right, let's just take a piece of this. Because I'm wondering, what if I go through this, if I can get this wide, thick piece in here, and do this, and then trying to get them together. You think I could? I know they're uneven, but for the sake of trying to put them through this hole, I'm thinking maybe we can tie it down here. Or do I just want to tie it in the middle with a bow? Let's see what it looks like if I tie it down here. Then I'll take the clips off. And let's see what I think. I don't think I like it down there. I don't know. Let me pull this a little smaller. This one a lot smaller. This is huge over here. Okay, there we go. So if I clip that off, it would look like that. So do I like that? I don't. However, I think what I would like, and I'll just trim some of this off later, I think, it's hard to work with this because it's all windy. Now, which way did I go? Did I go this way? I think I went this way through it. Okay, I'm trying to remember to stay in camera for you, right? And then we can tie double here in the middle. The trick is getting it, because you don't want a knot, you just want to tie. And then scissors, cut that, put this over here, and I like that. I like that. I think it goes this way. I like, yes, it goes this way. So this is how then it would look, or because I don't have any, this paper still has to be dyed. I don't have the backs done yet. Actually, I think it would look kind of pretty on this page next to this one. So that's how it would go. It would go like that. And I think that's really pretty. I like the way that came out. Simple, plain, and then you've got the two tags that come out. Beautiful. Okay, so that's that one. Let me see what my time is here. Okay, I'm going to stop this video and I'm just going to do the second one, so that way it's not like one long gigantic video. So until the next time, everybody, which is going to be in just a couple of minutes, because I'm going to shut this off and turn it back on again. Be safe, be happy, and be blessed, and I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.